Greetings, friends. I hope everyone is doing well today. Um, I'm continuing in this series that I've been doing about taking action, and because I find that there's so many people that I know, good people, smart people, talented people, and people that have a gift to bring to the world. I find that so many people are stuck, and they're stuck because they're not taking action. And one of the reasons that they're not taking action is because they're plagued with self-doubt. Now, I've got to be fully transparent to you that for me, this lesson that I'm going to walk through tonight, um, it hits very close to home because this is a struggle. And for most people who know me, they wouldn't even realize this. This is a struggle of mine. Um, I hate to think about some of the opportunities that I passed up because I just didn't think I was good enough. Maybe you've passed up on some opportunities too because you didn't think you were ready, you didn't think you had the right stuff. You thought maybe that you might mess it up, and so maybe you've been playing small too. Um, Fortunately, I've been working with my coach, and we were able to recently just kind of shatter that limiting belief. And so, whenever I learn something, I want to pass it on as soon as I get it. When you find something good, you just want to share it. And so tonight we're going to continue in this lesson series that I've been doing about taking action. And so we're going to jump right in. And by the way, if you have questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll be looking at the chat from time to time to see if you guys have any comments. Okay. All right. So let's jump right on in because I want to be quick here tonight. So here's the thing, right? So this series that we're doing is all about taking action, right? Because there is still time left in 2020. You've got goals, I've got goals, you've got dreams, I've got dreams, and we still have time and we still have the potential to crush those dreams. But here's the thing, having a goal and taking action on that goal is really the most important thing to, to achieving the success that you want. In other words, I'm saying to you that you have to become the causative force in your own life. So no matter what you have in mind, it's impossible to predict the outcome unless you just get started. And that's what I want to do for you today. So I just want to encourage you to get started. Now, the thing is, if only it were just that simple. And it is simple, but the truth is that it really isn't just that simple. One of the major obstacles that stops well meaning and well intentioned people from moving forward to accomplish their goals, to take that risk, to move towards their dreams, is this thing called self doubt. Now, did you know that studies show that there's about 85% of people struggle with low self-esteem? That maybe that doesn't surprise you. And low self-esteem, it affects so many areas of your life. It affects personal life, professional lives. It impacts your career, your health, your salary. In other words, self-doubt and low self-esteem, it can really keep you from reaching your potential. One of the things I find that was so interesting is that the research actually shows that these type of personality traits appear to be more common in women, and the studies that I've read suggest that they develop, um, in childhood, and once they develop in childhood, they either exacerbate or they diminish over time. Now, for me, when I read the report, because I know that this is an area for me that I've battled with self doubt my whole life. This whole idea of not being good enough. Maybe some of that was due to the fact that growing up, my brother was the athlete in the family, right? And so any sport that my brother put his hands to, he was good at. Whether it was badminton, we grew up playing badminton competitively in Jamaica. Whether it was tennis, whether it was track, I mean, anything sports related that he put his hands to, he just would crush it. Even to this day, he still is a fantastic athlete. And I just was not. I was the short, stumpy one, right? Real talk. I'm just being transparent. I was the short, stumpy one. I was not very fast, not very athletic, and so I always kind of felt like second best, maybe even less than that. And so what I can tell you firsthand, that self doubt plagues men just as much. And men can suffer from low self esteem as a result of that self doubt. I know because I've dealt with that, right? And so it's not just women, it's men. So, brothers, if you're out there, if you know that you've been wrestling with some doubts, go ahead and just put it, just give me a me too in the chat real quick. So I know I'm not out here by myself. I'm all right being out here by myself, but I don't want to be. So if that's you too, then let me know. So here's the thing, my friends, that if self doubt plagues you, you need to work on it, right? And not just ignore it. For too much of my life, I ignored this self doubt, and 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 doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. You will do so much better failing your way to success than doubting yourself and never getting started. So here's what I want to give you this message right here. This is a quote by Hannah McCarthy that says, "It's not who you are that holds you back, it's what you think." It's not who you are, it's what you think. And so what we want to do with our time together is just, I want to give you a couple of to boost your self-confidence, to help you trust yourself more, and to help you get rid of self-doubt. So point number 1, this is a big one. We've got to accept ourselves. Self doubt is a part of the human experience. And so once you embrace the fact that you are a flawed human being and that everyone else is too, give yourself permission to accept yourself and to just give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself. Because the truth is that when you use self doubt correctly, it can actually turn into a strength to help you make better decisions instead of just rushing into things. What it's not supposed to do is cause you to put the brake on every opportunity or to self sabotage. So think of it as a tool to guide your actions and to keep you from making costly decisions, but not one that is supposed to paralyze you into inaction. So just make sure that you accept yourself, recognize that nobody's perfect. You're not perfect, but even though you are not perfect, my friend, here's what I can tell you: you're good enough. You are perfectly imperfect and you're good enough. So accept yourself. So, number two, this for me was very, very freeing. You're not alone. Almost every successful person has self doubts, and many successful people question their actions and they wonder if what they're doing is the right thing to do. So it is a very normal part of the human experience. So you're not in this by yourself. So what you need to do is to focus on building your confidence, building your self esteem. Because the truth is that we may never get rid of the doubt. That voice is always there. But again, it's meant to protect you, it's not meant to stop you. So don't let the voice of doubt take over your life, because recognize that you're not the only one dealing with it. But the people that you see that are successful, they hear the doubt and they proceed anyway. So here's the thing: you got to know that you can do it. So don't buy into limiting beliefs that tell you that you can't do it. Because for every person that was told that they can't, there's always someone that's going to break through that. Think about every world record that's ever been set. Somebody told that person that they couldn't do it, right? And they broke the barrier anyway. So recognize that if you can dream it, it's possible, and go after it. Accept yourself and just know that the self doubt that you feel is actually really normal. Now, number three is get the facts and know the truth. Okay? Here's the thing. Here's what I know: that there's a difference between facts and truth. Facts can change, but truth never changes. And so, to understand this, you got to see that your doubts don't necessarily reflect the facts, and they don't necessarily and especially don't reflect the truth. Okay, because most times what you're going to find is that your fears and your doubts, they mirror your emotional struggle. So think about your achievements and how hard you have worked to get to where you are today, and be proud of yourself. Admire your capabilities. From time to time, give yourself a pat on the back. See, my friends, whenever we're in doubt, we need to make sure that we not only get the facts straight, because sometimes we can be operating off of incorrect information. But no matter getting the facts straight or not, you have to embrace the truth of your being. We have been gifted with a will and with an intellect, with a soul, and we have been given dominion over all things. And one of the things you have dominion over that you need to exercise is dominion over the kingdom of thought. So, what thoughts are you allowing to reside in your mind and to run around in your head? Listen, the truth is that you are gifted always and you are gifted in all ways. You're perfectly imperfect. And so know that you are capable. If you have the ability to dream of something, you have a desire, you can go for it because you are well able to do it. So what I would encourage you to do is to make sure that before you make a decision and play small and cower back, research the problem, get the information, weigh the pros and cons, and then get a second opinion. And if you feel like it is well in your heart and well in your soul, go after it. Go get it. Okay. All right. Number four. Remember, that the fear that you feel, fear is a liar, and it comes in a lot of different forms, and all of these forms promote self doubt. They come in the form of fear of success, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough. I wrestled with that fear for so long in my life. I'm just getting to the place where I'm overcoming it. You know how long I have been wanting to be out here speaking and teaching and coaching and doing the things that I'm doing now. And do you know the thing that stopped me from doing this? Because I never felt like I was good enough. And I know some of you have seen me doing this and you're thinking it's impossible. Yes, it is very possible. And every time I get here to show up, the voice still comes through my mind. Listen, I'm being as transparent as I can right now. I'm just being real. I still wrestle with the voice of, well, who's going to want to listen to you? And why should anybody want to hear what you have to say? But you know what? I'm showing up anyway because I'm proving to myself that I'm good enough. Because I know that what I have to share will add value to someone. And I pray that it's adding value to you if you're still watching. So understand that fear is a liar, and we should not let fear paralyze us from taking the next step forward. So remember this, my friends. Facts change, truth does not. Remember the truth of who you are, and remember the truth of whose you are. Okay? You are a child of God. You are special. You are perfect. You are gifted uniquely. And whatever it is that you have in mind to do, you are equipped and you are resourced to bring that forward. Okay, let's keep it moving. All right, number four, acknowledge your strengths. So make a list of the things that you excel in. Sometimes we're doubting ourselves for no reason, right? So, but when you see on paper the accomplishments that you have, the ways that you are gifted, when you make a list of your skills and your accomplishments, it builds your confidence so that you can take a step forward. And by the way, let me just drop in and say this. Some of us, our self talk is so negative that the moment someone gives us a compliment, we start to diminish it, right? So from this point forward, make this commitment with me, okay? When someone gives you a compliment, when they give you some degree of praise, here's what I want you to say, okay? Let me come back full screen real quick for a second. When someone gives you a compliment and someone gives you a praise, here's what I want you to do. I want you to say, thank you for noticing, and then shut your mouth. Don't minimize yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't say things that take away from the gift of the compliment that you're getting. Receive it and hide it in your heart. Okay? Don't say things that subtract from it. The words that you say when people give you a compliment is thank you for noticing. Okay? So do that for me, right? Let's make that commitment together. Thank you for noticing. All right, so let's move on because I don't want to hold you guys all night. I want to wrap this up for you. So I want you to make a list of your skills, make a list of your accomplishments, acknowledge them, and celebrate what you're good at. And whatever you're good at, affirm that, write positive affirmations, and remind yourself how far you've come and how good you are. And stop thinking about what you haven't done and what you could have done better. Okay? All right. Now, next point is very, very important. Choose your friends wisely, right? Your inner circle really, really, really matters because at the end of the day, some people are plus people, they add to your life, and some people are minus people. They draw you down and they ruin your self-esteem. They make you feel bad when you walk when they leave you. Minus people, when they leave your presence, you feel drained of your energy, right? And so you want to stay away from those kind of people because nothing will ever be good enough for them. That's why it's important to surround yourself with positive people who support you and listen to you instead of judging you. You know, just this morning, I hung out with some of my friends. We meet once a week as program advisors for the John Maxwell team, and it has become a safety net. It has become a place where we enter into a space where we have psychological safety and we can talk about our highs and we can talk about our lows and we can let the emotions out without fear of judgment. and know that we'll be affirmed. I had the opportunity to experience that today. Okay, real talk. And I'm so glad that I've surrounded myself with brilliant people, loving hearts who can affirm what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, who can challenge me, but who can love on me and who can continue to encourage me. And I pray that you look at your environment and look around you and say, does my inner circle lift me, or do they are they anchors? They hold me down. And if they hold you down, it's time to do some snip, snip, snip. Get rid of them. Get an inner circle that will support you. You want to choose your friends really wisely. And here's why. Because there are times in my life that the only reason I took on a challenge that I was scared to death to take on is because I stepped forward on the borrowed belief of someone that loved me and someone that cared about me. And so you need to have the type of friends in your life that you can step forward on their borrowed belief when you don't have the confidence in yourself. Because there's times when we all wrestle with things like that. I love this quote from Eric Hoffer's book, The True Believers. And here's what it says. It says, no matter what our achievements might be, we think well of ourselves only in rare moments. We need people to bear witness against our inner judge who keeps a book on our shortcomings and transgressions. We need people to convince us that we are not as bad as we think we are. My friends, I know that statement to be true. I've lived it in my own life. And we need to have people, you need to surround yourself with people that will love on you, care about you, and support you. Okay. And so, you've got to make sure that you've got the right friends in your corner. And we need friends to affirm us. I love this. I love this video here. It comes from the movie The Help. Isn't that so good? Doesn't that just warm your heart? I mean, you gotta have people that love on you, and people that are telling you, hey, you're kind, you're smart, you're important, you're good enough, you're smart enough. Go after the opportunity. We need people like that. You need people like that. So let's land the plane now. So my last point here for you guys is really for you to define your values. So what I'm saying here is that you got to make a decision about who you want to be and what you want to represent. So define your values and the values that you live by on a daily basis. Because once you establish those, you'll have a much more realistic perspective of your current situation. So focus on the things that drive your actions and are at the core of your beliefs, right? And at the end of the day, remember this, that growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow is going to be better than today. My friends, if we're gonna get the juice out of life, if we're going to live a life, let me come back full screen for a second. If you and I are gonna live a life that we don't have regrets, where we're not looking back and saying, inside yourself, even if other people don't know, but inside yourself, we know you didn't let yourself down, then it means that we've got to take some risk. We're gonna have to overcome our self doubt, and it's important that you do that because you wanna live full and die empty. You don't want to die and take your potential to the grave. Dr. Miles Monroe says that the wealthiest place in the world is the cemetery because in the cemetery are books that were never written, ideas that were never invented, dreams that were never lived out. So you don't want to take your gift to the world, to the grave with you, right? And so that means that if you're going to step forward, you're going to have to deal with this self doubt. You're going to have to rid yourself of it as much as possible and show up. And at the end of the day, what that really means is that, my friends, you and I, we have got to be taking action to move ourselves forward in the direction of our dreams. And so I want to thank you for dropping in to be with me today. If you're still watching, I am grateful for your attention. I hope that this message has served you. And I would be remiss if I didn't share with you the fact that on this weekend, I am leading a master class called Capture Your Focus. This class, it's completely complimentary, guys. Listen, I'm doing it because I want to add value, because I find so many people are distracted, and they're off track. And so if you find that your days are getting away from you and you find it hard to focus, I know if you're struggling with focus, I know that you're struggling with accomplishing your goals, because you cannot accomplish your goals, you cannot achieve anything meaningful without focus. And so in this masterclass this weekend on Saturday, I'm going to be teaching a 6-step focus system. It's proven. Listen, I've done this class before, and the reviews were amazing. It was life changing for some people. And so I'm opening it up because I want to serve you. I want to help you. If you know that you've got goals that you want to achieve, and maybe you're struggling maintaining your focus. And here's what I know: when you struggle to maintain your focus, it's not something that you feel good about. It's not something that lifts your spirit. It's something that you have like secret shame about, right? When you struggle to have your focus in place, you that's not something you tell people, because you don't want people to know that you're ADHD. You don't want them to think negatively of you, right? And so here's what I'm saying: the door is open. Registration is still open. We had tons of people register already, but I don't want anyone to be left behind. The last time I did the class, people missed out and they reached out and said, Damien, please let me know when you're running the class again. What is coming up this weekend? This Saturday from 10 to 12. On the screen, you are seeing on the screen that you are seeing the link to register. It's right there, bit.ly focus / focus masterclass. And let me just put this banner on here so you can see it scrolling across the bottom. So let's see here. Oh well, I won't do that. Anyway, so you grab it from the link here or watch the replay to the video, okay? And I want to see you there. I want to serve you. I want to help you. So come on to the master class and come ready to take notes. When you register, I'm sending you a workbook. The workbook is chock full of high value resources, okay? So come join me. Register for the master class. It's free of charge. And listen, guys, I'm bringing my A game. Some of you have seen me teach and seen me speak before. I am bringing my A game to serve you, okay? So with that, let me just check the comments real quick to see if there's anybody that's made any comments. So Tanya, hey Tanya. Tanya said, thank you. Well, you're welcome. Cynthia, I see you. Said, I needed this. Self-doubt is paralyzed, has kept me paralyzed. Cynthia, I am with you, my friend. It's kept me paralyzed too. So we are in this boat together. Come to the master class and tell Walter to come with you too. Let's work on this together, because I've discovered some strategies that absolutely work. And so come and join me this weekend, okay? It's on Zoom, so it's virtual. You can be at home and come join me at the class. And then Minister Gail, thank you for your support. You said great session. My pleasure. I appreciate it. But anyway, I'm not going to belabor my time. I don't want to wear out my welcome. My friends, I just want to say thank you for joining me. I honor the attention that you give me, because I understand that there's a lot of different things you could be doing, but I appreciate that you take the time to listen to this message. If you know someone that needs to hear this message, please share it. Please share the post, start a watch party, get the word out, because all I'm trying to do is to help people get unstuck, because there's so many of you that are out there that have so much gifting, so much talent, so much potential, but you're stuck. And I'm trying to bring you some lessons to help you take action, to get out of that place of being stuck, to get out of this place of frustration, and to realize that there is value that the world needs from you. You are gifted in all ways, and you are gifted always. And so I want to see you live your potential. So anyway, thank you for the time. I hope this message has served you. Enjoy your evening, and start a watch party, share the video, tag someone in it, and we will see you next time. Tomorrow I'll have another lesson for you, and I hope you'll appreciate it and get value from it. So take care, my friends. I love you lots, and I believe in you, and I believe in your dream. Okay? Take care.